in Niger. On this today's episode, we'll be looking at the issues around River State politics. A lot of things have happened this week. We've seen the head of service, the former head of service of River State, who resigned recently. He's in Abuja, and he's here in Abuja on a personal mission to give information to security agencies as regards what he knows on the issues centered around River State crisis. And he actually is in good condition as at the time when he released a press conference sitting in Abuja. Before then, his wife made a call to the suspended governor, demanding that he comes to the aid of her husband. Her husband is in dire need of help. She suspects that her husband might be in a kidnap then.
Yes. If I'm this way, my husband is in trouble. People help me. What happened? People should help me. He went to Abuja this morning. I remember he said his friend Ogini from Abuja called him. My husband is in trouble. I can't get this so. I can't get this so. My husband is in trouble. My husband is in trouble. All his friends are switched off. People should help me.
But the husband immediately came on the media to counter that allegation by his wife, saying that she's playing a script, maybe being deceived by detractors to speak on the matter. But he made it categorically clear that he is fine. As a matter of fact, he's lodged in one of the expensive hotels in Abuja, if not the most expensive hotel, which is Transcorp Hilton, and is the most secured hotel around town. So he is perfectly in good condition. He asks the public to disregard the allegation laid by his wife that is in any danger. He made it categorically clear that he's not in danger, and Nigerians should disregard that allegation. But one thing bugging the minds of Nigeria is simple: that where is the funding for these press conferences being done by the former head of services brought from? Because as a former head of service, you are a civil servant. You've saved up money to keep having press conferences around Abuja. And in the first place, was he invited by any security agent to actually make be a testifier or document his testimony? Or rather, more questions are coming up to say, why didn't you even submit any testimony you might have to the chief security, to the current chief security of the state that the president have mandated to take charge of the state at least for 6 months? These are mind-boggling issues in the heart of Nigerians, that it seems there are more behind the scenes that need to be cleared on this Rivers issue. But one thing is of great concern to all Nigerians concerning this Rivers matter is that River States need to be left to enjoy the dividends of democracy. River State citizens also need a better conducive atmosphere for their living. River State citizens, must enjoy equal rights, equal opportunities. River State citizens desire peace, and to be brought into their state. While the head of service remains in Abuja, in his mission to testify about what he says he knows on the current situation in River State or what has transpired in those warring days, he still remains, very resolute and determined to, according to him, to expose everything he knows about the happenings in River State. Well, he has this to say.
Past him, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce myself. My name is Dr. George Chimezie Weke. the immediate past head of service of Rivers State. You recall that yesterday I addressed the press. After some hours of addressing the press, I saw a video of my wife trending online that I was kidnapped and that I made my statement under duress. I've really debunked that. My wife cannot speak for me on civil service matters when I'm still healthy and mentally very fit. Let me say it again. I was not kidnapped. Thank God you heard her when she said that I flew from Port Harcourt to Abuja.
All right. So, moving forward, we saw the former governor of Rivers State, former minister Rotimi Amechi, also making some allegations around politics in Rivers State. As alleged by him, he said the politics is caused by the president and former governor Wike, the minister of the FCT. And, his allegations are still at large to several others who believe that, name calling will not be the solution to this, to ending this problem, but to look at holistically what could bring the warring factors or the warring faction, on a table of peace. Because what is needed in that state right now is the issue of peace. And whosoever feels that there are criteria that must be met to his own advantage, we must actually call their sense of humanity to order. That it is high time they look differently for the interest of the people of Rivers State. And if that peace must be guaranteed, every warring faction must shield their sword as it is now, without actually engaging in verbal attacks and also expanding the war. There is no peace that could be achieved in trying to expand the war, rather than looking at ways and means to bring everybody to a peace table. And, many Nigerians have said Mr. President in this matter is as a father to every one of them. You should call them to order to ensure that peace is being achieved and the war doesn't get expanded, because it's like a cancer that eats deeply if the promoters of this nature of war are left to expand it to a certain level. Neither of them should be supported for any further damage on the citizens of Rivers State. Neither of them, both factions, both the government factions, the Wike faction, the assembly faction, who many are alleged to say is the Wike faction, should not be supported to go on with the war, because there are citizens in that state who are, normal citizens going about their duties, but this war, this conflict happening in Rivers State has denied them the privilege to live in peace and harmony. This and more will be coming on your way on Trending Issues. Until I come your way again, this is Trending Niger on Fidel's Diary. See ya. Catch ya. Bye.